Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Lemonslice. Sorry for a little bit of delay in videos. We had some visitors here, but we are good to go now. And today we are going to be doing a video that we actually haven't done before, like a little free build Q&A video. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have decided to come here into the desert and go back to, oh, there's a village up there. I did not even see that. But today we're going to go back to our Cornerstone SMP roots. If you remember that series, let me know, guys. But we're going to be doing a little desert house here. And I'm very excited to get back to that kind of building, which I haven't done in a long time. And while we do that, I'll be answering your questions. So let's get to it. And if you have more questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. So in the background here, we will be doing some building as I answer our questions, as I said. But here's our first question. Yo, Lemon, can you make another interior video? I'm really struggling with that. Well, something I struggle with is interiors also. It's definitely something that I have gotten better with, but I have never put in the time to work at becoming good at interiors. I think part of me just really doesn't enjoy the interiors. I like making these cool big builds that you can look at from the outside and enjoying the environment. And I don't really make great interiors, and when I do, it just kind of comes naturally. I just go in and start putting stuff down and get creative. It takes a while, but I do usually come up with a cool looking interior. But the problem is I don't really have too many strategies or tips for it, and that's probably why there's a lack of videos on my channel for interiors. Maybe in the future I can try and really come up with some good tips that I use or break down how I actually go about it, but the way it is right now, I don't really have a strategy for going about it, and I don't really enjoy doing it. So in the near future, probably won't have any interior videos coming out, as I just had one come out a couple weeks back, but maybe in the future we'll do some more detailed interior tutorials. And in the background, you can see me just setting up this build here. Going to be doing a nice desert build. Next comment we got here, Swanky or Spy, whatever the hell that is. What is your favorite color? You know, it's actually a good question. If we're talking about Minecraft, I'm kidding. I don't know. Favorite color might, I guess, be blue or purple. For clothing, I really don't wear a lot of colors, so that's kind of the first thing I think of. In Minecraft, I really like working with blues. But yeah, it really depends, honestly, what we're talking about here. But yeah, I guess I'll go with blue or purple. Next up, we got my man here. How are you so good at constructing things? It's an interesting way of saying, you know, how am I good at building? And I think I've kind of covered this a few different times. I've gotten better at building through just practice, guys. Like, just practice and learning and understanding what makes a build look interesting. You know, like for example here in the background, I didn't just make a box, I added like a little part of the building sticking out, or I'm not just using one block as the base, I'm actually mixing it in, making a small gradient here. I'm thinking about what will make it look like it'll have more details. So making builds look good is all about making it look interesting, and it's not just very plain and simple. Adding depth is extremely important. Adding a little bit more complexity is extremely important, but you can also overdo it, which is something I struggled with when I first started building. I wanted to make everything have detail and depth and look interesting, and I just overdid it certain times where it just became too much. But honestly, my best answer for how I got good at building is seriously just practice. Like, practice and understanding, and making YouTube videos on it, because I would have to come up with tips to help you guys and things like that, and I would understand it better through my own tips and then practice those same things that I was telling you guys to do. So definitely practice, watch the videos, watch the Builders Academy from start to finish. That'll help you a lot. And on a similar note, Ender Turtle is asking, how did you get into Minecraft building? And this is actually kind of a funny story. I think it was the summer, whenever the channel started, it was a summer when COVID was going on and I was home from college and I had nothing to do. I was playing a lot of Minecraft at home with my friends, and then one day I figured out how to download shaders, and for some reason I enjoyed shaders a lot, and it made me want to make a palm tree build. So I made a palm tree, and I had been seeing little Minecraft builds on TikTok. Minecraft on TikTok was just starting to like kind of be a thing, and so I was like, okay, let me figure out how to record a video. Let me record me building this palm tree with the shaders, because it looks so beautiful with the sunset and everything. So that's what I did, recorded it, put it on TikTok, made the account, and it actually did really well. And then I started making other little builds, like I made a race car or like some other just super simple builds that when I go look back, it's like, wow, that is not even that nice of a build, but it did well on TikTok and I enjoyed it. And then that inspired me to create a Let's Play on the YouTube, which was just kind of my way of just getting things started, and that did okay. And then partway through the Let's Play, I started figuring out, okay, I'm actually decent at building. I should make building videos of some kind, and I figured out a way to start doing that, and that's the videos that did well. And from there on, I just started getting creative, having fun, making cool videos, and just dedicating a lot of my time to it, which unfortunately nowadays I don't have as much time, but that was a great time where I was just pumping out videos, getting a lot of content, a lot of things done, and I figured out what I'm good at, what I enjoy making, and it kind of created the foundation of what we have today, and that is my rabbit stomping. Please stop, Saffron. And next, guys, we got a pretty long one coming up from Ice Wolf, but there's a lot of good questions in here, so I'm going to address most of them. How's life been is the first thing he said. It's been great. I graduated college a little early, guys, and I was going to college in North Carolina, and I moved to Florida for my first job, and that's where I am now. I'm living in Florida now, and I'm loving it. So life has been great, really good. Anything to note besides YouTube? Well, just that, I guess. I'm working. I'm pretty busy. I usually have to get up most mornings around 3:30 or 4 a.m. to get to work by 5 or 5:45, depending on when my first client is. So I don't always have time to record in the mornings. Today, for example, I don't go in until later, so that's the only reason I'm able to be home recording. So that's why the videos are kind of hit or miss each week, you know, just depending on my schedule, if I'm able to sit down and take the time to do it. So I do apologize for that. He also said, how has Minecraft impacted you? It's been great, like just being able to be creative and create something. I was always a creative person growing up and still am, and I love making things, making edits, making videos. I was always a creative person, so this has been a way for me to kind of express that creativity and share it to people who have thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you guys for all of that. He said, finally, a Minecraft question. How do you plan and come up with ideas? I'm no creative person and can't ever just build without taking a couple weeks of just testing out and coming up with ideas. Now, what this sounds like to me is you just don't know what to build. It's kind of like you sit down to draw something and you have no idea what to put on the paper, which is understandable. I've had that many times too, and sometimes it just takes a little bit of inspiration. You have to kind of look everywhere for inspiration. The TV show you're watching, go on Pinterest, go on something else to try and find. My rabbit won't stop. I don't know why she won't stop. Saffron, stop that, please. The people don't want to hear you stomping. Anyway, I do have a video about inspiration. It's the very first video of the Builders Academy playlist if you want to go check that out. But gosh, you can just find inspiration everywhere, and if you are having trouble finding that, maybe take some of my things, for example. Try and make it different. Try and take a build that I've done, make a different block palette, and add, you know, a piece onto the side of it or something to create a new build. Just start doing something to try and get creative with it. Thank you for your great comment and all the questions. Let's move on to the next one. Moving on, guys, we have here someone asking about planning cities and towns and roads to make them all fit together. And that makes sense. I totally understand. You can build, you like building, you're good at making builds, but you can't make towns or cities and things to fit together, which I get it. I've had that same problem before. I guess my biggest tip for that is try and keep the block palette similar. Don't get too crazy with the block palette. Take that video I just did on transforming that village as an example. I used a similar block palette for all the builds, just changed it up a little bit, then made the roads one uniform block palette, added some cool things. It's all about the environment around it. Try and keep the block palettes similar throughout the whole thing, but not the same. I'm so sorry about the rabbit. Saffron, it's got to stop. I'm so sorry, guys, but moving on, we have here Ivy Art. How old are you and what is your favorite building style? I'm in my early 20s and my favorite building style, this should be no mystery. If you guys know me, go ahead and take a guess real quick before I say it, but it really is no surprise. I love fantasy or medieval building the most. Probably fantasy because you can get a little bit more creative with it than medieval. But gosh, I love building castles. I love building towers. That's my favorite thing. Fantasy towers is probably my favorite type of thing to build, but build style, I'm gonna have to say fantasy. It's just, you can be so creative, you can use crazy colors, I can have so much fun with it. I've made so many fun, creative fantasy builds that I just love, and yeah, I hope I've been able to give you guys some good tips for making fantasy builds as well. Now this question from Llama on the Discord is an old one because this is when I was playing Pixelmon a lot last year. So this was a good time for me with Minecraft. I was kind of just hanging out playing some Pixelmon. I never made videos on the channel. I would love to if you guys would like to see me play Pixelmon. The only thing is I don't do a lot of building. I love getting Pokemon, and I really am into the competitive part of it, so that kind of takes a lot of time, and I don't know if that's interesting to everyone. But Pokemon team reveal, I had last time I was playing, my final team I was working with was a Swampert, a Corviknight, Grimmsnarl, Dracovish, Durugulon, and Slowking Galarian Slowking, and that was just kind of one of my teams I had. My favorite Pokemon I had on a team were Garchomp, Togekiss, and Dragapult. Those were like my 3 main Pokemon I always wanted on my team. Obviously those weren't on the team I just said, but yeah, those were my Pokemon right there, and that was the team I was last working with when I was still playing. Let me know if you guys want to see some Pixelmon stuff. Finally, guys, we have a question regarding the rate my build videos, or the transform my build videos, excuse me. When will that be happening, and where can you do that? Yes, guys, I forgot about this. I forgot I wanted to do the transform my build videos. This is going to be awesome. I will definitely be revisiting this idea now that you reminded me of it. In the Discord, you can submit your world downloads for your world, and I can go in and transform it for a video. I really want to do that. That's a great video idea. It doesn't take a lot of planning for me, which, like I said, guys, I'm very busy at the moment, so things like that, it's kind of helpful. I can hop in the world, transform your build, and, you know, it makes it simple for me and also fun. It sounds very fun, so I definitely want to be doing that. We're going to definitely visit that. Also, I misspoke and said rate my build, but we also need to do a rate my build video, which is in the Discord. So, guys, we're going to be doing that one soon. So if you have pictures of your builds or whatever that you want to submit to the Rate My Build on Discord, go do that now, because we're going to be doing that video soon. Same with Transform My Build. I don't know whose world I'm going to pick. I'll probably pick whatever one is the best fit for transforming. So yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna definitely have Rate My Build and Transform My Build videos coming very soon, guys. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you get your stuff submitted. And guys, again, I just want to thank you for all of the support recently. And yes, I'm starting a new job. I've only been doing it since January. I just moved down here, so things are still getting crazy. Me and my girlfriend are down here together, and we might end up moving actually closer into the city soon here, so it might be another moving process, which might mean a little delay in videos, but please bear with me, guys. I really appreciate it, and I love making these videos, and I'm gonna make more time for it. So thank you for the support. Drop more comments below, more questions, more Q&A questions. Drop your Rate My Build things and Transform My Build, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. It's been me, Lemonslice. Thank you again for watching.